Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can obtain the dominance score using Python. I'm using Jupyter Notebook together with Python version 3.818. This is an effect size measure which is fairly easy to determine. It's the difference between the proportion of cases that were above the hypothesized median and those that were below it. It therefore ranges from -1 to +1. There's also a VDA, a Varga-Delaney A-like measure from this, which rescales this to 0 to 1, with then 0.5 indicating that that it was exactly 50-50. To show you how this can be done, I'll import pandas so I can use their read CSV function to load some student statistics data. And I actually don't need all the data, I just need one ordinal field for which I'm going to be using teach motivate. I'm going to store those results as ord field. And using the value counts, you can see the results. These were the responses students gave if they felt motivated by the teacher, and only 7, for example, agreed with that. You might notice these are not in the proper order, so I also have a small coding dictionary that actually shows the proper order. So let's load also that in. I have a separate video how you can easily obtain this using my own library with the dominance function in there. But if you don't want to use that, then what we first of all are going to do is make it truly Python. So make it into a list, so it's no longer a panda series. Remove the missing values, and it's interesting that for those the value will not be equal to the value, so that can clean quickly any missing values. Then we need them to be numeric, so we can use the get from the coding dictionary for that, and then we should have all the data but then as numbers. We determine the hypothesized median, but if we don't specify one, we could use the mid-range, which is simply the minimum plus the maximum divided by 2. So let's use that instead. And then we determine simply how many are below and how many are above the hypothesized median. So basically then the difference would be greater than 0 or less than 0. And we can also just keep track of how many were tied. So we had 54 in total. Now the dominance score is actually simply the proportion of this, so we simply divide it by our total sample size. And that gives us the proportions, and therefore our dominance score is the difference between those two. To rescale this, we can simply add 1 and then divide by 2. That way the result will always be between a 0 and a 1. Alright, I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.